Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my YouTube webinar as well as my podcast, Spiritual Sense. And in this podcast, I go over things such as the paranormal, pagan belief systems, and religious practices. Demonology. I speak on topics such as angels, demons, and I also incorporate tarot card reading as well. This podcast is an open social, so this is apart from my professionalism. So I consider myself to be intuitive, psychic or psychic-like. I do believe that most people are. It just depends on how receptive you are. I feel like more people are more sensitive to that other side or that other dimension or spiritual realm than others. Okay, but it all encompasses or entails how receptive you are to that other side in terms of spirit and spirituality. Okay, so I've had some things that happened in my life experiences that I haven't shared with, even most, close relatives and friends and stuff, based on the stigma of being judged, okay? Particularly when you work in such, fields where everything is logical, everything is scientific, you deal with facts, observations, objective observations is what I'm getting at. And so oftentimes things that you see that may not be kosher, you will begin to question, okay, is this just me? Do you feel these feelings, or do you see these things, or whatever the case may be? Okay, so I will proceed with today's reading, which I say these are daily readings. Oftentimes these readings are on a, if I was had some, insight or some clarity on a situation, and maybe about a particular person or persons. Sometimes it could be on a situation, whatever the Spirit of God wants me to know in terms of a situation. And that could be on a spiritual aspect, meaning favorably. It could be on a more natural, in this time and space, or unfavorably, meaning realistic. Okay, a lot of people think that God, or the supreme being, or whomever you deem, your God to be, does not enlighten you on things such as more practical things in life, such as sex and humor and some of your things that people wouldn't associate with God. And that's when you have people such as myself will tell you, yes, he will enlighten you on those things as such. Okay, and that's what it means when it says throwing a rock high in the hand, or devil or Satan, so to speak. He does speak to us in a sense outside of how we view him. We like to view God as a comforter, a protector, a guider, a powerful force, but he also has the capabilities of being to the contrary. And I'll leave it at that. Okay. And that's where you have science and reasoning and logic come into place. So it's kind of like the Caduceus sign, when you had the two snakes coming like this, you have spirituality meets what? Science and logic and reasoning. Okay, so oftentimes you have a struggle between the two. Also with the Caduceus signs, if you take note of the Caduceus sign, you have the cross and you have the two-headed snakes coming towards each other, where one faces the other. So it's like a duality, a battle between the two. Good, bad, favorable, unfavorable, God, not God, or evil or devil, whatever you want to deem it to be. Okay, right, wrong, or whatever. It's a duality. Cause, effect, trial, error, however you want to see it. Okay. I also like to state that this podcast is optional. And also that is for entertainment purposes. So if it just so happened to coincide with your life and what's going on with you, what that means is I have not went and researched anybody. I haven't went and researched anybody. I don't snoop. I try not to pry in other people's affairs. I try not to gossip and judge people. I try to look at things on a more objective way of being. Okay. That means, I'm not going to go snoop and look into your life, and looking all around your house and all this other stuff. I don't do stuff like that. And I don't send people to do things as such. Okay. You will begin to see that people that does things such as that, God will make it apparent to you that if you pay attention to how they move about and go about, I didn't tell them to do that. They chose to go do that on their own, for themselves. So this is how God will show you how the desires of the hearts of people, how they would carry out certain things as such. Some things go without saying. It's the point that I'm getting at. And you sit back and take a note on that. Okay, so we're going to begin our reading for today. I don't know what this reading is on, but I do feel like it's a relevant reading. I do feel like, and oftentimes when you hear me say, is it spiritually led? This is a spiritually led reading. That means something has been laid on my heart or my spirit. It could be a particular person. It could be a topic. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like an OCD where it rains. Like it's kind of like you can visually see it, like on the top of your head, like speak on this, speak on this. And it could be on something that you care less about. That's how he will let you know that this is coming from him. Because it could be on things that you could care less about. Like, I know this is not me. This is coming from something else because I don't care about things such as this, so to speak. So that's what I mean when I say spiritually led reading. Like I am compelled and by spirit is what I'm getting at. Okay, whether it be favorably or unfavorably, meaning if I'm speaking on something that is favorably versus unfavorably. Okay, so we will proceed. Father, Supreme Being, Evolved Being, I don't know what this reading is on today, but I do feel like it is relevant. I do. If it's something that you're wanting me to speak on, I do trust that you would give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding in regards to this reading. And so we're going to proceed. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So bear with me just a moment. Let me go ahead and get my cards placed down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I show that today that the reading is on the Ace of Swords. This is what the reading is on today. I have the Ace of Swords. It says frustrations, double-ended sword, hollow victory. So oftentimes the reading may not necessarily be verbatim like what I necessarily is seen on the card. It could very well be one or two or even everything that's on the card. You may want to focus on the picture of the card or even the number, okay, or letter. So that's card one. Card two is the world card. Okay, the world card, which card two being what is the obstacle or hindrance or blockage in reference to card one. Okay, so it says overseas trip, money, luck, world in the palm of your hands, new opportunities. So I show right now that somebody feels as though there is some type of deception or fakeness in regards to a situation, like something that seems to be false or fake or not real or an illusion. So we're going to proceed to see what that is. So I have card three. Card three, I have the Seven of Cups. Oftentimes when I get that, it's in relation to an illusion or some type of mental illness or some type of something that's in the mind that is not quite kosher. Okay, and I have that in the cards three position, which is where you're trying to attain or what's going on, you know, up like in upstairs, so to speak. So it says Seven of Cups, all that glitter is not gold. Look beyond the clouds, money improvements. So that is card three. Card four, I have Four of Pentacles, money improvements, more coming your way. That is the root of the issue. So right now I show, let me pull the other two cards and then we'll go. Okay, so we have Six of Cups, happy house, childhood memories. Five of Cups, money losses, all is not lost. You look behind. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. So I feel as though this is somebody who is feeling suicidal right now. It just let me know, and a person comes to mind. I feel like this person is feeling suicidal. Like I feel like this person feel like his hope is gone. And I do feel like I'm speaking to a male. Now, if it's somebody else that comes to mind or steps in, because I could get visited by spirits, as I mentioned. But I feel like that whomever this person is, he's battling suicidal thoughts or ideations, like wanting to move forward in his transition in this life experience and journey. Okay, I'm not going to say who the person is, but this is what I feel is at right now. I feel like this person is depressed. Now, I am not, as I mentioned, I have worked with the mental ill. I wouldn't consider myself to be expert. Many people may say I'm a novice. Okay, fine. You will find in life, people are going to always feel that you're a novice. That's a reverse psychological way of making you, feeling the need to overindulge or overcompensate. So I don't pay that any attention, okay? Because if God wants me to know something, he will put it in my spirit. I don't have to go sit in no master's level class for that, okay? But I do know what that means, my boundaries, okay? This person is depressed, plain and simple. That is not a diagnosis, that is opinion and an opinion. This person is depressed. I feel like he feels like the world is on his shoulders right now. That's what I feel. Like the world is against me right now. Everybody is against me right now. It's how he's feeling. How I know this because typically people that has everything that are going their way may feel these feelings. But in times such as this, where a lot of people are, you know, out in the dark or out in the cold, so to speak, in terms of, the job losses and, income losses and things of that nature. So it would be normal and that would be understandable that these such behaviors will present itself during these times. But I feel as though this person may be dealing with some substances as well. Like this person is not just depressed, and this person is dealing with some mental concerns, and it's not just your average mental concerns. This is some self-induced substances regarding some mental concerns, is what I feel. Like this person could very well be on drugs and or alcohol or taking some prescription or illicit street drugs. So it could be one of the two, one of the four, or a combination of all four. Okay. Is what I feel right now. Like this person is depressed. And things of that nature. Okay. Card 7. So the attitude is here. I have young man to 25 needing more confidence. So I show that this person, I feel as though this person been like this since his younger years, like since he was a younger person. So meaning I don't feel like he just woke up, a couple of days ago and decided to start drinking or become depressed. No. This is something that has been, triggering, like kind of like a rolling ball, so to speak. This is something that's been going on since younger years. This is not nothing new. This person been dealing with this for quite some time. Card 8. Card 8, I have what is surrounding. I have the 4 of Wands, happy home, possible country setting. I feel as though this person is deceptive. And what I mean by that is I feel as though he puts on this facade as if, he wants to be with somebody when he desires someone else, so to speak. Like I feel as though he's not getting what he wants. And what do I mean by that? Like I feel as though he compensates being with one person versus somebody else. So it's kind of like, because people do that. Like if a person, is with somebody because, he's with this person. However, I think essentially, if I can just be more descriptive as to what I'm meaning, this person has problems with ego. Plain and simple. This person has problems with the ego, the inner self. This person thinks that he is better than women, particularly of his common like mind or commonplace. And because of his desires for a woman in a different, I'm perceiving in a different group of women. He thinks that this is what I deserve. Like I don't want to be with this particular group of women. I desire to be with this particular group of women. This is how he feels, because this is how he has been conditioned to feel. Like this is where I'm destined to be. He is egotistical, but at the same time, it may not necessarily be due to attraction, like physical attraction, so to speak. Because sometimes your soulmate or your soul partner can be someone of a different, ethnicity, race, or sex, or whatever the case may be, or what have you. Now, I'm just delivering a message because I'm not giving my personal opinions as to who you should and should not be with. That's your choice as to who you desire to be with. But I feel like this person, quote, thinks that he deserves better. Like, it's a difference between when a person wants to be with somebody because of, a personal vendetta, and then when a person wants to be with somebody because this is what life has been focused towards. So let me, without confusing you, because there is a lot of confusion that I feel that's over this person. This person thinks that he is better than his counterpart within his own race. I'm just going to put it put it out there. It's what he feels. And because of this, he has been made as a mockery. And he's constantly depressed because this is how he is. No matter what you do, no matter how you put it, this is how this person feels. Plain and simple. He can state otherwise, this is how this person feels. Simple as that. Sometimes you have to call a spade, so to speak. This is how this person feels. It's the ego. And that's something that has to be explained to a lot of people because, oftentimes people think that egos come with attraction. That is not true. Meaning, just because a person may not look, quote unquote, physically appealing, that these people cannot be egotistical or even misogynistic or racist or prejudiced or what have you. A lot of times, oftentimes people judge attraction based on what a person has, their statuses and attraction, and that's not the case all the time. A person can be visually unappealing and still think they're better than the next person. Plain and simple. And I feel as though this is the situation with this person. And this is what perpetuates a lot of that depression, is because of those feelings and those thoughts. Okay. Now, with that being said, card 9, here's the Hope, Spirits, and Dreams. Hope, Spirits, and Dreams cards, I get the 2 of Cups. I keep pulling these same old cards. It's crazy. Peace of mind, joining of 2 people. So this is why this person keeps being presented with his same like mind, because he refused to change. He refused to see it as what it is. He does not want to accept it for what it is, but that's simply what that is. Outcome. I show raising money or salary. And I feel as though because of these feelings, this is why this person keeps being put in situations that he is in. Because of this. He does things to prove a point. It's the point that I'm getting at. He uses people to prove a point and see it, to get people to see it his way. That is not how life works. And when you begin to walk around with this chip on your shoulder and feeling like life owes you something, and because you feel some type of way because somebody has set you up, and then you want to all of a sudden, play get along game, or, play like it's, it's all a game and all this other stuff. And what you don't realize is you have no idea of how life truly and honestly works. And that's not a threat. That is a promise as to how life truly and honestly works. Plain and simple. So we're going to proceed with an extension of this reading. So as I mentioned, I feel like because of this person keeps running into himself. When you refuse to, just the same way I keep pulling the same cards, God lets me know this is what that is. That's how you would know. This is how you would know what that is when you keep running into some of the same similar things. It's to let you know and alert you about what a person is dealing with. This person is in fear. This person I show is in fear. Is what it is. It could very well be that this person has been threatened. Okay, I have the 7 of Swords. He feels the need to. He's vindictive. That's what I get. Like this person is afraid. He's vindictive, and I feel as though he feels like he needs to protect himself. Selfish, and I show the Ace of Wands as the barrier. God has given him signs. He don't want to see the signs. He don't want to see, and this is the ego. This goes to show you that there is a spirit that is upon this person. It's a strong spirit that is upon this person, and it's going to get unleashed and unveiled as to what that spirit is. Because oftentimes, when a person continues to do the same thing over and over again, that knows better. Oftentimes, it may not necessarily be that person, could be what's going on around the situation. But in this reading, I know that's what this is. As I mentioned, give it 3 times. Boom, 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 before you can rule it out. I know that's what this is with this person. And as I do this reading, somebody else steps in. Somebody else comes into place as I do this reading. So this is how I know this is my intuition. I have tapped into my intuition. So we're going to get into what the root of the issue is. What is it? What is the root of the issue? So what's over the situation, I have the Hangman card, is what that is. So I feel as though this is I feel like this is a generational curse, to be honest with you. Like this is something they're being visited by men from their past. Like it hunts them. These are calling spirits. These are spirits knocking from the other side, is what I gather from doing this reading. Like a generational curse, or something that a old distant relative in their past or a previous generation battled, and so this is them calling. That's what that is. So I show the root of the issue is, it says the Sun. They're having issues with insight. I showed that he has some issues with insight. And as I speak about a person that is alive, the person that comes into place is applicable to his situation as well. So what does that mean, insight? They believe everything that presents on a screen. You cannot go off of everything that presents on the screen, although God will enlighten us and reach us through many vessels in life. But you have to realize when it's not of a favorable cause. Like he can reach you through the TV as a mode or means of a test. Catch my drift? Like say for instance, it's one and the same, but you would know when he comes up that it's not him. Like it's him, ultimately it's God, but he's testing you to let you to see, okay, it's me, but it's the other facet of me, so to speak, kind of like an altar. And so the thing of it is with this person, he has some issues with insight. His ability to discern is the point. His ability to discern. So this is what that is. He's battling the duality, good versus evil. My angel versus my demons. Okay. I show that in the past I have the Five of Swords. So in the past, that they led this person to make him feel as though his words were very powerful. In other words, a play on your intellect. They sought you up. That means you was placed around people that was actors and actresses, so to speak. Meaning they played the part to the T. They played it well to make you feel as though you was on your good game and everything was going your way. And then they began to turn on you and show you how life really and truly worked. And this is what's going on with this situation here. You'll be very surprised as to how life pans out. Card 6. So card 6, I showed the Empress card. I feel as though something is going to transpire with this person where it's going to reach a lot of people. And that could be because I have the Empress card in card 6. So it could be a very something in regards to mass communications by way of media, print, newspaper, social media, where a lot of the information is going to be like spread out. So something is going to transpire. I don't know if this is going to be a situation in regards to this person where it's going to hit a lot of people. So that could be by way of, some type of news report, news article, some type of communication vessel where it's going to hit. Okay. Attitude, the Devil card. I feel like based on the information, let's pull the other cards so let's get more clarity. I feel like this person is going to be exposed. This person is going to get exposed for who he truly is. It's going to be a setup, and it's going to be a coming together of a town, not only a town, a region of people. It's going to be more than you would know. It's going to be a group, like a legion of people that's going to come together to get this person. Is what I feel. This is not something that I am speaking upon somebody or a person. This is what it presents to me. When you begin to pay attention to the cycles of life and how God relays information to you, it will be apparent. He will show it to you as it happens. This person is going to be exposed. And when he is exposed, it's going to reach across the media. It's going to reach across the news is what I'm getting at. Now let me pull some more information. And we're going to go from there. So just a moment. I honestly feel like this person is under investigation right now. I do. And so let me pull out we'll do a 5-card spread. I'm gonna do a 5-card spread. Right now I feel like something medically is going on with this person. It lets me know something is medically going on with this person. This person is in fear of death right now, I feel, which will be, normal. We all are in fear of death at some form of fashion. That's normal. That's not, but I feel like this is something because I have the heart chakra as well as the sacral chakra to show up in this reading. But I feel like this person has some problems in both of these regions. I do. Something is telling me that this person was set up previously, and this is why he hides out. For something that he done in his younger youth, and it has come back to bite him. Is what I feel, and I feel like he's being visited by relatives of his past. Is what I feel. I honestly do. Like I showed that something medically, like he went and had something to get out of something that he did. As a result, he turned to the hospital to get out of it. And in turn, a lot of the information that was presented to him in order to treat that condition was bogus. So essentially, he thought he was rehabilitated from what he had done. And by suffering by way of, I put it this way, because I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds far-fetched. I feel like this person did something in his past, is what I feel. And I feel as though this person, by way of deception, was encouraged to go into the health system, kind of similar like how you would have a career criminal, but then you may have malingering patients that are not really quote unquote patients. And I think what has happened is this person did this to get out of a out of a criminal legal issues that he was battling. And as a result of doing this, he was deceived. That's what I feel. He was deceived in the treatments and things that he was doing. That's what I feel. And as a result of that, he is suffering real bad right now. Like, he don't know what to believe. And this is why he philanders off with all these different women in his life. And I think I honestly feel like he has some alternative, because I do have that alternative card that showed up as well. So it may be, some not so normal situations as well. But I feel as though ultimately this person was set up and deceived as to some false information regarding his health. That's what I feel. Because of some previous legal issues that he tried to get out of, and he ran into the health system thinking that he was going to get his way out medically as well as mentally. And as a result of it, they put in place the people to deal with those issues, is what I feel like. And now you have made your bed and it's time for you to lay in it, so to speak. And I'm not judging this person at all. I'm not, because I'm going off of what has been presented to me, the information that I'm pulling in spiritually is how I feel. Like, it's a complex situation, it's very convoluted. But to those who understand the system and how people play on the system, they can understand it. Many people know what malingering is that has worked in that particular field. Okay. So this is what is going on with this person. So when I say things such as it's not applicable to every given situation or to every person, that's what that means. Yes, he got out of his situation and in turn to go into a prison. He was spared from going to prison. He was spared from going to jail. But this is what he's going to do. He's going to suffer in other modes and means. Okay. So right now I do getting back to the beginning and the founding point of this reading. I do feel like it's two people that comes to mind in regards to this reading. Two that comes to mind: someone that is here and someone that has transpired over or transitioned over. That's what I mean to say in regards to this reading. These are some vindictive people. It's essentially what that is. I don't know how to handle that situation. The best thing I can tell you is to try to make some changes, some life altering changes. If you begin to work on the spirit, it's something you battling within your spirit. That's the only way you can get restored, repaired, and renewed, if you work on the spirit as well as the ego. It's just that simple. If you work on the spirit and you work on the ego, and then you will move forward. Focus on some other things in life. Life is not all about feeling good. Life is not all about immediate gratification and satisfaction. So you want to begin working on some things that are going to help to what? Build the self-esteem, build the spirit, mind, body, and spirit. And then, and only then, will you begin to prosper, and you will begin to see the beauty in it all. God will show you in your countenance. I mean, it will just glow. There will be a glowing, and it will be a different type of glow. Like, it won't be mockery or deceit. God would just, people would instantly know what that is and how God has, restored you and renewed you. Okay. So that is some advice that I'm here to give to you. I'm not going to pray for you because, I do feel like there is something that is going on. It's a battle between duality, a battle between good and evil, God versus devil, and enlightenment, if you may, as to how life truly and honestly work. Because what somebody has conditioned you to think and believe is not the truth. Even the ones who, was giving you some advice, they still don't know. Is my point. Okay. So I am going to close out this Spiritual Sense podcast, as well as YouTube webinar. And so for those who will be tuning in or listening in, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can comment in the comments section. Until then, have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.